Hey guys, Rich the Louisiana Hobby Guy back again. This is a follow-up video to the one that I put up this morning on the universal test card. So I've gotten a whole bunch, I'm going to make this real quick, trust me, it's going to be fast. I've gotten a whole bunch of emails and questions on the video, and I just want to get those answered real quick. I've done a different version. I got up early this morning, I was thinking about it overnight, and I figured that since it's called the universal test card, let's really make it universal. So let's get going. Let me show it to you quick. I know your time is valuable, and we're going to blow right through this. So here's the universal test card version 8. Yes, I did look up the versions, 1 through 7. This is version 8. I'm going to update this on the discussion board right away. And what I've done here is I've changed a few things. So you see that now that I have everything in the middle here. So I've done what I'm calling a nested all-in-one test. Now this over here in the blue is a toolpath, so don't worry about that. Just disregard that, nothing's going to happen. This is so that you can frame up an 8x12 piece of material to burn everything at the same time, cut everything out at the same time. And you know, for those viewers across the pond, that's a 200 by 300 piece of material. And I've nested everything in here, so the rest of the space over here you can use for something else, earrings or whatever. Now, you can do this whole test all by itself, cut everything out, everything's already set up in here, or you can do any of these other tests by themselves. Quick trick, if you were to ungroup this, so let's come up to the top here and let's hit the ungroup button, and then you were just to select one of them. You could come over to the laser, and right over here where it says cut selected graphics, if you tick that off, it will only do this one without moving anything. But that's not what this video is about. That's just a quick tip. I'm going to regroup this again. So the purpose of this is, let's say that you don't want to do all of this. Well, that's okay. Drag it off the workbed. Okay? Oh, sorry about that. All right, so let's say, so now here's where all the questions came in. Some people are asking about, well, what is a raster test? Let's bring this one over and let's look at it. A raster test is just basically scanned lines. So I've taken a bunch of lines here and I've set them, I've power scaled them all the way across. So you have your speed over here from 2000 to 4500, your power from 10 to 100. And this is just scanning lines back and forth, okay? So that's one test. So let's pull that one out. And then a lot of people ask about my eyeball test that you see in some of the videos that I do. Well, this is an image mode test. So now I'm really making this universal. So if you run this one test all by itself, it will do these images in Atkinson from 100 to 70, and the power on this is scaled. So 100%, 90%, 80%, 70%. And if we take a look over at the cuts and layers, I have everything labeled over here, and you can see that I've done 3500 speed on all of these, okay? So these are all the most popular different image modes. So that's the second test. So let's get that one out of the way. I've changed the grayscale image in the universal test card to a complete grayscale image. So this is a complete grayscale instead of before just having the outer band as the grayscale. So that's the third change that's been made. And also cuts and layers. So let's talk about that for a second. These don't always transfer with the files when you download them off the internet. So if I zoom in over here, this is nothing but a guide right here. And this is set up, I've done this on a 5-watt diode laser. And you might need to change some of your speeds and powers, you know, if you're using a CO2 a quick trick on the CO2. So let's say you're using your CO2 and we come up here to the settings and you're going to be over here in millimeters per second, okay? To get all of your speeds and powers, all you have to do is come over here to, now this is set up in millimeters per minute, excuse me. All you'd have to do is change this to millimeters per second, and your speeds and powers are already going to be in there, okay? And of course, you're going to have to tailor that to the particular CO2 that you're using. So I just wanted to mention that, you know, it's good for just by changing this, you know, you can go from diode to CO2, okay? And these are the way that they have to, the order that they have to be in, the layer priority over here. So all this is, this whole thing right here, all this is just a reference to this side. Just to check, is text number 1, inner line number 2, grayscale number 3. If that's all good, then you're all good. You don't have to worry about this at all. And then I've added the cut test over here. So let's zoom in on the cut test, and you'll see that the cut test, I'm doing it 200 millimeters per minute. You can change this to whatever you need. So here I've done 200 millimeters per minute. It's 100% power. This box is scaled to 10%, 20, 30, 40, 50, all the way up to 100. So this is just a pure cut test that you can run on any material. And that's it. So this is the fastest video ever. You know, all this is, I'm just resetting this back to where it was. All this is a quick update to let you know that version 8 is now out. And by the way, if you haven't watched the original video, it's right up here. So just click on the link up there and you can watch the original video first, learn all about the universal test card, and then come back here and watch this video on version 8. And I think this encompasses everything that anybody would ever want in a test card, in a universal test card. So there you have it. Quick video, something I'm not known for. Fill you in on version 8. It's available over at the forum. Go download this. Other people are, you know, charging money for something similar that you can get for free, and you can get a much better version. I happen to believe this is the best version that I've ever put together, and I think you will too. So, as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching the quickie video, and I'll see you in the next one.